Welcome to Guns 101. It's our video welcome message for new gun owners, brought to you by the Self Defense Radio Network. I'm Rob Morse from Self Defense Gun Stories. My partners tonight are Amanda Suffolk from Eye on the Target Radio, and the guy behind the curtain, he's doing the heavy tech. That's Paul Lathrop from the Polite Society podcast. We have Ken Campbell, the CEO of Gunsight Training Academy. Ken knows a lot about training. Ken, millions of people came home with a box with a gun in it. How can they find the right training for them?
Rob, Amanda, that's a great question and good topics for you to cover here. Very timely. Training is critical to it all. Jeff Cooper, who was the founder of Gunsight, said just because you own a piano does not make you a musician. And that is so true. Just because you purchased that new Blaster 9000 from your favorite gun shop and you played with it a little bit does not mean you know what, when, what, why, how to use that gun. And you do need to get some good training. Now, some of that training can be as simple as getting some good books. You know, I'm old school. I like having a book in hand and the feel of the paper, or maybe on that iPad or your Kindle, and get some good books. But be cautious. Just because it's written down, especially in some of the lesser quality publications, doesn't mean it's correct. So start using your common sense when you're reading these things, and then go to the internet a little bit. Be real cautious. Pat Rogers was a range master at Gunsight for many years and a very, very well-renowned firearms trainer. And Pat called the internet the disinformation cow path, because sometimes it takes you down a path you really don't want to be in. So when you start doing that internet research also, the YouTube videos, the different shows that are out there, again, just be real cautious. Try to stick with some of the named and known instructors, more so than some of the offshoots, and that way you can get a good solid foundation. Now, there's some other opportunities out there also. Many states with their gun permit or their CCWs, they require training. We'll take that class. That's a really good start. The NRA offers some great basic training programs. They just drill safety into you, which is very crucial, and we've talked about that in another video. So the NRA offers some great programs. The Appleseed Project is with 22 rifles, but that offers some good training, and that's a good foundation. And then start looking beyond that. Especially if you're planning on carrying that pistol, you really want to get some good training. Now, I'm prejudiced. Gunsight Academy in Prescott, Arizona is the oldest privately owned and operated shooting school in the world. Now, I didn't stutter there, in the world. Military and law enforcement have been training folks longer than us, but we train Earth people. We train you. And so obviously I'm prejudiced there, but there are other great trainers out there. Just last fall, my longtime friend Tom Gibbons, who's another great trainer, was in the Phoenix area. I went down to get a couple of days trigger time with him. Just because I manage a shooting school doesn't mean I get good trigger time. And I needed somebody to stand behind me with a switch and crack me on the back of the calves, and that's what I understand the best, that corporal punishment, and help me in there. Before that, I went to Gabe White. He offered some good classes there. I've been to Ray Chapman, Masad Ayub, LJ Georgia, Bill Rogers, Smith & Wesson Academy, and on and on and on. You want to not only get training, but it's crucial that you continue your training. It's ongoing education. This is a perishable skill. Once you get that basic set built in you, then there's other opportunities too with IPSC and IDPA and some other matches that are run. You got to be careful when you cross some gaming with some fighting classes. One does supplement the other, but there are some differences in there. But start out, crawl, walk, skip, run, and then continue that training as it goes on. But just make sure you vet that training and you get a good trainer that's going to give you what you want for it. Now, don't scrimp. You saved your nickels and dimes and deposited on pop bottles so you could buy that favorite blaster that you wanted. You saved good money to have spare magazines or speed loaders and good holsters and magazine pouches don't scrimp on your training. You will absolutely get what you pay for. So vet it and realize you're going to spend some money. Think about what you spent on that big screen TV that's hanging on the wall, the surround sound stereo system, the fancy wheels on your car, all these extras in life. Which one of those things is going to save the most precious person in your world's life? Which one? None of them. So save your money, get that good choice of gun for you, and then get the good choice of training and keep training.
Well, Ken, I think that those are very good points. The one thing I want to say is to everybody, it is absolutely natural that when you go to say, okay, I'm going to go take training, to be a little bit scared. And even after you take this class and that class and the next class, it's okay to be a little bit scared. Last fall, I went to Gunsight for the first time. So because I'm basically Ohio based, and I went to Gunsight, and I went by myself. I got there that morning. I could have easily just packed up and got back on an airplane and gone home, as opposed to going to the school. And I'm sitting there with a group of people, and I say that, and they're like, yeah, we're all like that, but you're going to be there for 10 minutes and you're going to love it. And then you're not going to want to leave. And they were so right. And that's it. So that very beginning, you're a little, I don't know what the word is, reluctant, but you're going to find out that you learn so much. It is. It really is intimidating. And you're like, I think I know something, or I don't know anything. What am I going to? That's what they're there for, is that good trainers will pick your skills and buff them up whatever level you're at, so that you could be at completely different levels with everybody else on the firing line. And they will work to bring you up, prop you up, and make it worth your while.
If we're doing our job right, you could literally come in with a box in your hand and your hand shaking and say, could you help me open this and help me learn how to make it work? And we will make you run faster and jump higher. If you come in and you've got a skill set of shooting, that's great. As long as you've got an open mind, we will still make you a better shooter, a better fighter with that firearm. But a lot of you, and just having that open mind. Now, some people also think if they go to gun school, they're going to be yelling at you. You're going to have to be doing push-ups and things like that. Well, if that's what you want, we can do that. But this is adult education. If you're having fun, your learning curve, it just rockets. And I think Amanda can attest that she did have fun. It wasn't all that intimidating once you realize we all put our pants on the same way that morning, just like you did.
Right. And I couldn't do one push-up, let alone didn't do one push-up. So yeah, I'll tell you, I am definitely looking forward to coming back. It was an amazing experience, and I strongly suggest it. So I've been teaching in Ohio for a long time and gotten instructors that have come through here, but I had never gone away for a multi-day class like that. And wow, it's worth planning a vacation for.
You know a guy. You need to come back. When are you coming back?
There's that. Well, I have this pesky job thing. So it has to be, all your worlds have to be, the stars have to be in alignment, but it's worth your time. It's worth lining up those stars. So folks,
we're essential service. So we're still open. We're still teaching. We're still shooting. So take advantage of some of that time off you may get and come back and see us.
That's perfect. I mean, you guys are the ultimate in social distancing. Everybody's 6 feet apart. There's a firing line. That's perfect. So, folks, Ken Campbell, Gunsight Training Academy, check it out, because you're not going to ever have fun like you'll have fun at a training school.